Marvel just leaked their endgame, and it's darker than Thanos. Galactus isn't just coming, he's already here. The shocking truth behind Julia Garner's Silver Surfer casting, why the Fantastic Four's universe is doomed, and how Secret Wars will rewrite Marvel forever. Wait until you see the Thunderbolts post-credit scene. There was a moment when Franklin Richards, child of intellect born of cosmic blood, believed he could stand alone against the wrath of the mad Celestials. And for a breath in eternity, he did. But the stars told another story. Even he could not shoulder the burden of gods gone mad. He needed Galactus. Not the idea of Galactus. Not the ruinous myth. The being himself. But Galactus was dead, a husk lost to celestial fire. So Franklin did what only a Richards could. He reached across time, fused with a younger echo of himself, and unlocked something terrifyingly divine. He pulled Galactus back from the abyss, not as he was, but as something greater. The two became a paradox, devourer and architect, entropy and rebirth, locked in a fragile alliance to stop the collapse of cosmic order. It was a reminder that if Franklin Richards, Marvel's living deus ex machina, needs Galactus, then the Celestials are monsters beyond comprehension. And that, perhaps, is the seed of obsession. In the comics, Galactus has always kept a quiet eye on Franklin Richards. Not with fear, but with reverence. Across the stars, he could sense the flicker of power incubating in the child's soul. And in the footage from years ago, buried in the Comic-Con trailer like a forgotten prophecy, we saw it, Galactus, watching, peering into the Baxter building, hunting not the four, but the one destined to reshape universes. This fascination isn't random. It's historical. It's cosmic legacy. Because Galactus isn't merely a destroyer. He is the last witness of a universe that once was. Before stars burned in our skies, before time had rules, there was another cosmos. And at its end stood one man, Galen of TAA, a scientist, a seeker, drawn to the final moment of everything. He didn't flee from death. He walked into it. What emerged was not Galen. It was Galactus. His body, a chrysalis woven from the dying breath of a multiverse. His mind, fused with the last collective will of a universe desperate to survive. He became not a man, not a god, but an inevitability. A cosmic necessity born to balance the Celestials. And here's where it gets metaphysical. According to both Marvel lore and legitimate cosmological theory, our universe may be caught in an eternal cycle of death and rebirth, the Big Bounce. An endless loop of expansion, collapse, and recreation. And Galactus? He is the bridge, the one who remembers, the celestial gardener tasked with pruning what withers, so that something new may bloom. In the Eternals film, we learned that Celestials spread galaxies like seeds. They plant worlds, harvest them, and use the energy to birth new stars. They expand the universe outward. Galactus contracts it inward. If the Celestials are creation, then Galactus is curation. His hunger is not madness. It is order. And this is why his existence is so sacred. The universe needs both. Celestials make. Galactus. Without either, the cosmic balance collapses into chaos. One creates galaxies. The other clears the way. But here's where the MCU might shift the myth. In the comics, there's a Galactus for every universe. Infinite variations scattered across the multiverse. Yet, whispers from behind the curtain suggest a major change. In the MCU, Galactus will not be a variant. He will be singular. One Galactus. One devourer. One hunger spanning all realities. And when you make him multiversal, his presence isn't just a storyline. It becomes an event horizon. He's not part of the narrative. He is the narrative. That's why Marvel chose Shallabal as their Silver Surfer, not Norrin Rad. Because this version of the story is a closed circuit. A world destined to die. A herald destined to fall. Julia Garner's casting low on the call sheet isn't an oversight. It's a clue. Her arc will be brief. Blazing. Tragic. In this retelling, the coming of Galactus isn't a warning. It's a countdown. The Fantastic Four's universe is already doomed, marked for mass elimination by an incursion, the kind that bends timelines and burns realities. That's why Galactus appears now, because their world is collapsing. And when it does, the Four won't die. They'll escape, slipping through the cracks in space-time into the core MCU, just as teased in the Thunderbolts post-credits scene. But Galactus follows, because his hunger doesn't end with one reality. It transcends them. And this feeds directly into Secret Wars, the battleground of realities, the forge of gods, Galactus won't dominate the screen, not yet, but he'll be there. Silent, watching, waiting for the next world to burn, which sets the stage perfectly for Phase 7 and beyond. Because once Marvel reshapes its reality, soft reboot complete, Galactus remains. Ralph Ineson will still be the voice of Oblivion. But now, with Shallabal gone, Marvel will finally introduce the true Silver Surfer. The one fans have been begging for. Norrin Radd. A man. A martyr. A myth. A herald reborn in a universe that just barely survived his master. So if you're wondering why the Surfer is female in Fantastic Four, it's not a gimmick. It's a funeral. A chapter closed before the next one begins. A mirror held up to a doomed world, reflecting what could never last. And as Galactus looms ever larger in Marvel's plans, there's one truth beneath the spectacle. The hunger is eternal. He is not here to be defeated. He is here to remind us all that nothing survives forever. Galactus has never been a simple villain. He's the cosmic inevitability that neither heroes nor gods can escape. In the MCU's new era, he's more than a threat. He's the final constant in an ever-fracturing multiverse. What do you think of Marvel's reimagining of Galactus and the Surfer? Should he remain a looming force or take center stage? Share your thoughts below in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the MCU's expanding cosmos.